I would request all our distinguished dignitaries. I would like to invite the Honourable Chief Guest, Shri, and please
I must end with her story. In 1995, I became the Culture Secretary of the Government of India. So one of my jobs was to give the first Gandhi Peace Prize. So we had selected Julius Nyerere, at that time the former Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, had come back from Geneva, where Julius Nyerere was the chairman and he was the Secretary General. So I went as the government's representative, he went on his own. So we met at the airport and received Julius Nyerere, and he was our guest. So he was in Ashoka Hotel, in the presidential suite. So virtually I was the host. So he stayed for 4 days. So I had to give him company at least for 1.5 hours every day. So on the last day, he especially wanted me to have a quiet chat. So we were together for more than an hour. He narrated one story. He said, many times we heard in Africa, in global forums, that Indian democracy is collapsing. Because people thought that the central government as well as the state governments are not delivering basic services to the people. So he was getting reports, so he was not, Africa's governments were collapsing, so he thought India may also collapse. India was the role model for all emerging, independent nation states newly created after 1945. He had a private dinner. And next morning he called me, he phoned my house. So I went before going to office. He said, I was coming back, this was a January month of 1996. I was coming back from that dinner and I saw in Connaught Place people sleeping on pavements in that biting cold. Then I realized that really this government is collapsing. If this is the situation all over the country, then things will go bad. So next morning, he came out, took a taxi, went to the same place. He saw that they had woken up, they were laughing, giggling, taking bath, preparing themselves for the next event, next job. He came back to the portico and asked the driver how much I should pay you, taxi. He said, are you Nyerere, Julius Nyerere? He said, yes. You are our honored guests, I will not take any money. He says, so long as India keeps hope in democracy alive, people have that hope in Indian democracy that it will deliver a life. India will survive. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, we have to select compassionate and able people, whether it is parliament or government office or private industry. You have my very, very warm congratulations. You have made your industry proud. You have made your family proud, but the challenges are ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed, sir, for that most informative and wonderful address we had from our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri B.P. Singhji, former Governor of Sikkim. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all have been looking forward to. And the next award goes to Mr. Mudhukar Motiram Patil, Director, SK Outsourcing Private Limited, Navi Mumbai. The company is leading in the field of manpower outsourcing, compliance and payroll management. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Mudhukar Motiram Patil. And the next award goes to Mr. Andrew J.J. Bakar, Managing Director of Velocity Maritime Services Private Limited, Navi Mumbai. The company is leading in the field of ship management.